Today, we're going to be talking about customs. Hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And today, we're going to be talking about the custom genre or lack thereof here on the Batman Statue Collector channel. And there are reasons for that. Now, recently, somebody in our Facebook group, I'm going to put it up here. This person is a fantastic member of the community. He has been featured here on the channel, has a really amazing collection, has done some room tours for us. But he was basically asking about like why we don't have customs, like what's going on with that? Why don't we talk about it here in the Facebook group? Why don't we talk about it here on the YouTube channel? And he actually went back after, lots of comments, because a lot of you have been around for a long time. We've been doing this channel, we've been doing the community here together on the Batman Statue Collector Network anyway. We've been here 8 years together. And so a lot of you have been around to know kind of what we do and what we don't do, okay? And that's a very fair question for him to have asked, because again, maybe something we don't address. There's a lot of groups out there that address it. They welcome customs freely. Well, we don't here on the channel, and that is for a number of reasons. So when you talk about a licensed product, you're talking about something that is owned by someone or somebody that's already paid for something, okay? So when I think of Warner Brothers, I think of Disney, I think of DC, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever big IP, intellectual property, that is owned by someone, right? That is owned by someone. And then whenever you have a company, let's say like Sideshow Collectibles or Prime One Studio, XM Studios or Tweeterhead or J&D or PCS, any of these companies that we know and we love here on the channel, what they do is in order to have the right to make that statue. So if Sideshow wants to make a Sideshow wants to make a Star Wars statue, they need to pay Disney for the right to use their license, their intellectual property, to be able to make that Star Wars statue, okay? So Sideshow is out that money, okay? Same thing with DC. If Sideshow, or let's use Prime One this time. If Prime One wants to create a statue of Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman, they have to pay Warner Brothers, they have to pay DC for the right to use the imagery of that particular character, okay? So what happens is that there are a lot of talented artists out there, and a lot of talented artists started out as custom artists, right? And they were hired by the licensed companies. A lot of talent out there. And there's a lot of untapped talent out there right now that are not, working for Sideshow or Prime One or XM or, all the other companies that we named. And so basically what happens is there's a lot of talent and they hope to get recognized, right? So they put their work out there. And we see it all the time. We see it in renders. We see it in all the different Facebook groups. And again, that's awesome. I definitely appreciate the art. I appreciate the artistry that goes into this stuff. Like I said, there's so much, there's so much talent that goes into making this stuff. But what happens is, at least in the old days, like let's say they weren't making a Riddler, okay? Because for years, no one made a Riddler. So these custom, makers, somebody says, hey, I want a Riddler. And they reach out to one of these artists and the artist makes it. And then they get somebody to produce it. And that's usually a factory in China, usually. And so they make the product and maybe there's a limited edition of only 50, okay? And these would go out. And the problem with them is, yes, it's awesome art. Yes, it's really great. But at the same time, it is not paid for. It is not legal to make it, because they haven't gone through the proper channels. They haven't gone through the proper things. Now, again, I can sculpt a character right now and have it in my collection if I wanted to. If I wanted to make it a clay, or if I, obviously a lot of people do 3D printing. But in order to sell it, again, that's gray area, right? That is illegal in terms of, the license. They didn't pay for the license. So I have always supported the license companies here on this channel for a lot of different reasons. And again, I appreciate the license companies that have paid for the license. It just feels legit, right? It is legal. It is legit. They went through the proper channels. So that is something I want to support here on the channel. I've also, throughout the years, had relationships with different companies. Sometimes companies have sent me things to review and send on, or get the prototypes in and things like that. And I appreciate the opportunity very much. But at the same time, because of that, I want to respect those companies. I don't want to feature a whole bunch of things that are questionable here on the channel. Even though the art's beautiful, I don't want to jeopardize that because I respect them too much. I respect that they do go through the proper channels. Now, on the other hand, you might say, well, Chris, you have some customs. I have 3. I have 3 fan art pieces, but I didn't review them here on the channel. I didn't review them for the members of the channel. I don't feature them here on the channel, again, out of respect to the licensed companies. Because again, they went through the proper channels. They paid the money for the license. Now, are those customs still beautiful? Yes. But again, I don't talk about them here on the channel for that very reason. Now, you might see them in the background or you might see them in a room tour, but I don't talk about who commissioned it. I don't talk about who manufactured it. I don't talk about what group you could go to order it. Because again, that would be promoting, gray area questionable content. And so there is a reason why we don't talk about it on the channel. And again, all of those reasons. But again, I am still a fan. I'm a fan of the artist. And again, a lot of the licensed artists used to be custom guys or gals. So again, I love art. And so if it's beautiful, I might buy it. But again, when it comes to this channel, when it comes to the Facebook group, I separate it. Okay, I separate it out, again, out of respect to those companies that did go through the proper channels. Okay, so hopefully that explains it a little bit because I know some of you were asking about it recently, and I just kind of wanted to fill everybody in on why I choose that. And again, that is my choice. This is my video. This is my, this is my channel, right? This is my channel, so I get to make those decisions for myself. And of course, that does carry over to the community as well, because really this is your channel. But if you want to watch customs, if you want to talk about customs, there's lots of other channels you can go to. There's lots of other Facebook groups you can go to, and they're great. I'm a part of some of them. And so, but just for my group in particular, this YouTube channel, I keep it separate. Okay. Hopefully that explains it, whether you agree or disagree. And again, if you disagree, you don't have to watch, right? That's just simple. So anyway, thank you for watching today. I do appreciate you very much. Hope everybody's having a great day. And again, hopefully this explains it a little bit about why we have that policy here on the channel. So let me know your thoughts about it down below. Again, please be constructive. Don't be hateful. But yeah, I know it can spark controversy at times. And, again, I do have some custom pieces myself, and I love them. They're fantastic. But at the same time, I don't want to talk about them for that very reason. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Let me know something good in your life. I hope you continue to be good to yourself and each other. And again, lots of great content coming up on the channel. Stay tuned. Can't thank you guys enough. Love you guys. See you soon in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, I have partnered up with Comics on Coffee. Now, I first saw these guys at a local comic book convention. I'm like, what is this? Comics and coffee? Yes, please. It combines 2 of my favorite things. I drink coffee every morning. Now, they offer all sorts of different flavors. This one right here is my favorite. This is the Dark Night Roast. It's a strong, bold flavor. And then, of course, they have fun, flavors like Blueberry Blast, which features the Joker here. You also have more of a mild roast here with the Batgirl. So depending on what kind of coffee you like to drink, they have caramel. They have all these different flavors. And of course, the packaging is really fun. It has old school comics on them. Just a really cool deal. And of course, I love to support anything that has to do with comics. So if you're interested in ordering these, use code BSC at checkout. I will have the links down below in the description, but I highly recommend it. Really good stuff. Comics on Coffee. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Bat Cave.